You're gonna figure it out in your dreams. Good night, Owen Theo.
Usually I have the girls and the gays on the pod. Today I have a fucking athlete. Okay, that's crazy. Ultimately, he is for the girls and the gays because he's hot, but he's a Paralympic gold medalist. We have Ezra Frech on the fucking podcast. Yes!
Thank you for having me.
You're for the girls and the gays.
Quite an introduction. I don't know if I've ever been introduced like that. I appreciate it.
Well, of course. I don't think anyone ever will. And no one should. No one should. No, Ezra, I saw you last night. I was like, you're so attractive. Usually, like, athletes are like, actually, athletes are very hot. What am I saying? I was about to say usually athletes are really ugly. Athletes are always hot. But you're an attractive man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you get that a lot? Yeah.
I mean,
okay, you don't have to say yes. You don't have to say yes.
Yeah, sure. I appreciate the compliment.
Wait, so let's tell everyone how we know each other. So we don't. That's how we know each other.
We go way back.
To last night.
Day ones.
Day ones. Well, we're ultimately it's my OG. No, we met last night at a Humble Brag Variety Young Hollywood event.
Humble brag.
Were you on the list?
I was on the list, and
you were Young Hollywood's up and coming.
Oh, sorry, you meant. Excuse me.
Were you on the list of the event?
No, that's what I thought you meant.
You weren't on the list of the event.
I was not on the Young Hollywood variety list. I was invited to the party.
That's amazing.
Yeah, as you were invited as well. I'm assuming.
Well, I was on the list.
I was on the list.
I was actually on the list.
You were actually on the list. Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, and that's why I brought you here today is to congratulate me. I don't know what it means.
I think it means out of all of the young people in Hollywood, you have the most power.
I feel actually sick to my stomach. I'm gonna shit myself.
It was Young Hollywood's power list or something like that, right?
Young. I know. Can you imagine? I know it exactly.
This is your list.
What is it? It's Variety's Young. No, joking. It's Power of Young Hollywood.
Power of Young Hollywood. So out of all of the people in Hollywood,
I didn't see it like that.
My
have some of
the most power. That's amazing.
I think it's like, this is the power of Young Hollywood. I don't think we separately have power.
No, I think you have power.
I think you're
when you walked in, I felt like you had power for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
You looked amazing. What were you wearing?
I was wearing
Who dressed you?
a Todd Snyder suit. I
almost wore Todd Snyder.
Really? We could have been matching. That would have been super
Mine
cool.
was gold and very gay, and yours was very beautiful and a little more simple.
But I knew you had power because you walked in and you were able to just cut right to the front of the red carpet line. That's power right there.
Wait, Ezra,
that's power.
You really felt I skipped the whole line of the red carpet?
Well,
I didn't.
Maybe not intentionally. Not like it was a malicious thing, but that's just what people with power do. Like, you have power.
That's very nice. No, I was waiting there for so long.
Oh, were you actually?
Yeah, and then I think they felt bad for me, and they were like, "Yeah, sir, come with us." And then when I get to the front to do the red carpet, they have to, okay, so for those of you not in Hollywood, when you get to a carpet, they have little sheets that say your name.
Yep.
So that the photographers can take a picture of that and then take a picture of you so that they know who you are. When you're not famous or you're not supposed to be in an event, they don't have the sheet. Makes sense. You're not on the list. So the girl's searching for mine. She's like, Owen, right? She's searching. She's like, I'm so sorry. So she
you didn't have one?
Types on her phone, Owen Thiel on her phone, and puts it on her, holds it up to it was so embarrassing.
But you were on the list.
I know, but
you were what we were celebrating.
I'm the power of Young Hollywood.
How did they not
wake
have
up.
You? They had my paper.
Well, of course that makes sense.
But we were there.
You're a gold medalist.
But I was there.
Of course, I
was there to celebrate the young power of Hollywood. Cough, cough. You.
The young power of Hollywood. I love that. The
power of Young Hollywood.
The young power of Hollywood.
Power of Hollywood.
The young power tops of Hollywood. Okay, Ezra, you told me something out there while we were waiting for this podcast that I think was the most shocking thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Given that I have 4 sheets of your accomplishments in my fucking hand right here, you told me something that made me sick, and I said, actually, I can't discuss anything with you ever again, even on pod. So what did you say to me?
I said I was 20 years old.
I'm sorry.
Is that
Ezra? You being a 20-year-old Paralympic gold medalist 2 times? Did you win 2?
Yeah, I won 2.
20. First of all, you just being 20 is like, oh my God, they exist. Do you know what I mean? I just didn't know they existed. Second of all, I just can't believe you're so young and so accomplished. How did this all happen? By the way I just asked that question, I was Gayle King. Do you know what I mean? I was channeling a real reporter. Okay, keep 100%. Going. But how did this happen?
I grew up sort of obsessed with sports.
Yeah.
So everything that I was doing in my life as a young kid was sports related.
Yeah.
My first word wasn't even mom or dad. It was ball. So I was that I wish my first word was ball.
Okay, keep going.
And so I grew up obsessed with sports. And then when I was 11 years old, I was watching the Rio 2016 Paralympics on my living room couch. And I had this out of body epiphany, universe telling me this is your calling type moment. And I decided right there and then this is what I want to do with my life. So I spent the next 4 or 5 years grinding obsessively. And then at 15, I made the Tokyo team. And then there sort of began my career in track and field. But
this is crazy. So did you drop out of school?
No, I was still in school. And it was hard because think about this. Think about the most fun years of high school. People are going out and they're partying. And I was doing none of that. I was locked in. I was training. I was, day in, day out.
Was this your decision or were your parents like, you're so good at this. We have to bottle this?
My parents actually were the ones telling me to chill out. My parents were the ones saying, hey, why don't you have
a life?
Why don't you enjoy your time a little bit? And I was saying, no, I have to become the greatest Paralympian of all time. That's sort of where it stems from. And I'll give you an example of something, okay? For all of high school, pretty much, I had this belief that I couldn't be in a relationship. I couldn't have a girlfriend. Because if I had a girlfriend, then it would make me less likely to achieve my goals. I would get distracted or complacent or I don't know what I was thinking, right? And it took me years and years. I was so strong in this belief. It was my mom who was the first one to actually convince me otherwise. So my parents were always that whole time saying like, find a girlfriend, be normal, enjoy high school. And I was the one that was on the contrary going, no.
And now you have a girlfriend.
And now I have a girlfriend. Well, the story is actually pretty funny. So she came over and met my whole family and we were just
hooking up.
Yeah. We weren't.
You
we
were
weren't
afraid
dating.
to say hooking up? This is in your dreams, love. We talk about grody sex.
We were friends with benefits. We were just hooking up at the time. And so she came over.
Have you ever seen the movie Friends with Benefits?
No, but I've wanted to. I feel like I've almost seen it a couple times.
You kind of look like Ashton Kutcher. Have you gotten that?
No, I have. I appreciate that though. That's
like young Ashton Kutcher.
That's an amazing compliment. I appreciate that.
Keep going. Does your girlfriend look like Mila Kunis?
No, she doesn't. She's blonde and beautiful. But
you're very media trained in a really good way. You're very good at this.
I'm not even media trained.
You're very good at this.
I've never been media trained. Okay, so anyways,
keep going.
She comes over and my whole family, we just walk into one of the rooms and my whole family is there. So she meets my whole family like right off the bat. And
how many weeks in were you guys?
This is probably a month of us talking maybe. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
And so she meets my whole family. And I have 3 brothers and I'm one of 3 brothers. So I have 2 brothers. They were super excited to meet her and they're all talking, but everyone knows I don't do relationships. Like that was my thing. I don't do relationships. I'm locked in. And then after she left, my mom came into my room that night and she said, Ezra, my mom's an intuitive person, real empath. She said,
spiritual,
very spiritual. She said, I don't know what it is about this girl, but I have this gut feeling that you need this girl in your life. I don't know what it is, but I feel like you need to rethink your values here. And I was like, what, Mom? Like, I need this girl in my life. What do you mean by that? And so I took some time. I really thought about it. I talked to a lot of the people I trust in life, my mentors. And I was like, guys, am I making the wrong decision here? Like, can I be in a relationship while still pursuing my goals? And they unanimously were like, yes, if it's the right person. So then I took her to dinner a week or so later and surprised the hell out of her because she thought
you were just a fuckboy.
Well, no, not that, but she thought there was no way we were ever going to be in a relationship because I was giving mixed signals. I'm not going to lie because I really liked her, but in the same time I was like, yeah, just like we can, I wanted to be upfront. I wanted to be honest. I wanted to be clear that I was not going to be in a relationship. Yeah. And then I completely went back on my word and I was like, hey, let's do this. And she was so surprised.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
And now how long has it been?
2.5 years.
Okay, so you met at 12?
We met
at 18.
We met in high school.
Did she go to the same high school as you?
She went to the same high school as me, and we had a class together. I mean, it's just that fun high school romance. You have a girl in the class.
Does she go to college now?
She does. We do long distance.
I did long distance.
Okay.
We both grew up in LA, first of all.
Yes.
Wait, going back to the girlfriend really fast.
Okay.
My mom did a similar thing. I think parents who are deeply supportive of you actually in a weird way go the opposite way in terms of career. Like my mom was like, hey, stop, get off your computer. Stop with the stop making scripts that won't ever be seen. Go out, have a drink. You know what I mean? Like that was, that's actually the support that you needed. Cause we have that inner thing that's like that inner, like that inner want for it. Yeah, as opposed to like other parents that push their kids to do it.
For sure. I think the real supportive parents are the ones who let the child pursue their own dreams, and then they just support.
You're gonna be such a good dad.
Thank you. Can
I be around while you're a dad?
Absolutely, 100%.
Wait, okay.
Uncle Owen. By the way,
Uncle Owen.
That's the best compliment you could ever give me, is that I'm gonna be a great dad. Honestly, like that. If there's a tier of compliments, that's at the top of the list.
Oh my God, mine's like you have a fat ass. Ours are different. No,
if someone said you're going to be a great dad,
I'd be like, ooh.
No, you would not.
When is that going to happen? Hopefully not soon.
Yeah, I'm not insinuating that this is going to happen soon, but eventually we'll be at, a nice barbecue together, and my child will run up to Uncle Owen and come give you a hug.
Oh, you're so pure. Okay, wait. So my mom did something similar. My mom met my boyfriend. I have a boyfriend of 10 years. We met when we were 18. So
oh my God. 10 years.
Yeah. Well, so I can't talk about my age now.
Well, you just talked about it.
Okay, so
10 years. Congratulations. That's amazing.
It's amazing.
When is
proposing? Yeah. Not soon. We'll talk about that after. But my mom met him and had this gut instinct. And instead of my mom being so sweet, like your mom did, and go to your room in private and say, I really have a gut feeling about this, my mom went to him and said, lock it down, take him home. There are condoms in his drawer.
That's what she said?
That's what my mother said. So that's why I am who I am. So I sit here. Now you understand me.
Oh my God. Your mom.
So we come
awesome.
from a similar support system.
Same type of love.
Same type of love, but different outcome.
Exhibited differently.
Totally.
But that your mom sounds like
she's insane.
Like an awesome
She's
person.
the best. You would love her. Okay, wait. Switching gears a little.
Yeah.
Tell me. Okay. So you had this inner drive.
Yeah.
What sports did you start out doing as a kid? Like, tell me everything.
It was pretty much every sport: basketball, soccer, football, whatever was going on, I was playing. And the reality is, the nature of my disability, I was an amputee. I could just keep up with my friends. I could just jump in whatever game they were playing. I could do whatever they were doing. And then so it was pretty much everything. But then once I found track and field, and then the real thing is, once I saw people like myself competing at the highest level on the TV screen with physical disabilities, I thought, that's what I want to do.
That's amazing. It's so insane to me to like, and I'm not here yet, and maybe I will, but it's a dream of like, that's a manifesting goal, is to like see something on a TV screen and be like, that's me. And then 4 years later, you're there.
You don't even know how much I love manifesting. I am a manifester at heart. I'm a real spiritual person like my mom. I totally believe in manifestation. I think in order to accomplish anything great across any field, you need to believe you're capable of that thing first. You can't just stumble into that.
Of course.
You had to believe, you had to visualize that you were going to be in the position today to have a successful podcast, to pursue the things you want to pursue. You know what I mean?
I never thought I'd have a podcast.
Really? There was a point where you did, though.
Totally. When Alex Cooper approached me and I said, fuck, this is actually insane. No, I was like, I can't turn this down. This is amazing. But
the person you are is just a manifestation.
It's different to be a podcaster than a gold medalist.
No, what are you talking about?
There's two different things.
Stop diminishing yourself.
You're so right. I have to
Stop
be nicer
diminishing
to
yourself. Be nicer to yourself.
I have to be nicer
because
to
here's
myself.
the thing. The person you are today is just a manifestation of the thoughts that you had when you were younger, and like the belief that you had.
That's true.
Everything you think is a product of what you thought previously.
Wait, I was looking at clips of you as a kid, and you were on Ellen twice.
I was on Ellen twice. Yes.
How was she?
Ellen and I had I had a great experience on Ellen. Granted, I was young, and I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, because I was literally just
You're so good at this. You are really good at
what?
You're a great speaker.
Oh, I appreciate that.
No. Like
that.
If I was asked how was Ellen, I would stumble and like, I'd be like, I'm sure she's. I'm nice. I'm sure.
But here's the thing.
You're wonderful. You're like, I don't know what happens behind the scenes.
I don't know. I don't though. But I had a great time with her, and she gave me a basketball court in my backyard.
What?
Yeah. And
wait, what do you mean?
She surprised me with a sport court in my backyard.
She built it.
I mean, it wasn't Ellen out there with the hammer and nail, but she gave it to me, and then on air she gave it to me.
So. Wait, I missed that part of the interview. I think I saw
Someone
recently
skipped through the interview.
No, in 2022 you went back.
I did go back.
So that's what I watched.
Yeah, and they showed a couple clips from when I was younger. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But no, they surprised me with the basketball court, and it's still in my backyard. My family.
But I'm
home.
confused. Ellen made a basketball court. Not her, I know, but
Ellen said on air, "You're such a big basketball." I was a huge basketball fan, huge Lakers fan. She surprised me. She goes, "We have a box of Lakers goodies, and about to be built in your backyard. You have a full basketball court with a hoop and everything."
So I always wonder. I'm like, on shows like that where like someone wins a car, I'm like, what's the downfall? You have to pay for that car after 6 months? I'm like, what's the downfall of that?
Okay, I don't know too much of how difficult the process was, but I know it was difficult because this was just a grass area. We had to put the concrete down, I think, for them to be able to put the court down. So it wasn't 100% fully free.
See, that's what I mean. But there's always a catch.
There's always, because also like, when you're giving someone a basketball court, you don't even know where, like there literally it was just grass. So like
I love that.
So it was, I now have we have a basketball court.
I loved if you like lived in an apartment and she's like, basketball court.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Great. Where?
Yeah, exactly.
I have nowhere to put it,
In your apartment.
Yeah. So half of our backyard is Ellen's basketball court that she gave to me.
Do you still live with your parents?
During the school year, so I have a place, I go to USC, so I have a place.
Oh my God, you go to college?
Yes, I go to college.
And you also do this?
Yes, I have to get my education up.
Okay, so what are you studying?
I'm studying business of cinematic arts.
Wow.
Which is a fun degree. It's basically a dual degree between the business school and the film school at USC.
That's amazing.
It's a lot of fun.
Why'd you choose that?
Because I don't think that there's proper representation of people with disabilities in the mainstream media, in the entertainment industry. I think that representation for any minority group makes a big difference.
Totally.
And I want to be the person that can drive that for the disabled movement. So if that means I have to understand the inner workings of the behind the scenes of the entertainment industry in order to best execute on that, that's what I'll do.
You're very good. What's your dream in film? Is it documentaries?
Well, funny you say that. We have a documentary that's out on Peacock.
Is it a docu-series?
It's a docu-series. So it's 3 episodes, 45 minutes about each episode, following myself, 3 other athletes on the Paralympic team, all the way to Paris. And the reality is, I'm a producer on this project. I put a lot of my own money into this to make sure this happens. And like I was saying, these stories aren't told.
Yeah, totally.
We don't see disabled stories told in the mainstream the way it should be.
Totally.
And this doc I'm biased. You have to watch it and let me know what you think. It's really good. And it's everything that a docuseries should be. There's highs and lows. It's gritty. It's raw. It's emotional. I literally, before I did this, I said, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to be the most open and vulnerable possible. I'm going to not hide anything. And so that's what this was. Like literally my whole girlfriend journey of figuring out how I was that's in the doc. My girlfriend's in the doc. Moments after losing on the world stage and tears and crying, that's in the doc. And then ultimately—
What do you lose?
I lost world championships. I've, lost on the world stage, failed a bunch. And then ultimately the highest of highs, winning 2 gold medals, behind the scenes, all that in the doc. It's called Adaptive. Watch it on Peacock. I mean, Love Island, we have a perfect runway. Love Island was on Peacock. Everybody has Peacock. I was just hanging out with Jeremiah from Love Island. Great dude.
At the event?
No. We actually did a live stream together a few days ago. And he's a great guy. And I think that if you like watching Love Island,
you'll like this.
If you like watching Love Island, drama, highs, lows, chaos, you follow these storylines, you root for certain people, you're going to like watching Adaptive on Peacock.
I'm obsessed with that. How'd you do this? How'd you make this? How did it start?
It started when my father met up with our director, showrunner, and they sort of birthed the idea of doing a follow series to the Tokyo Paralympic Games. And then we did that, followed some of the athletes, and then pivoted and went through Paris. And we just said, you know what, let's just go to the next games, get more content. And then you want to hear a crazy story, which is the documentary landscape is hard. The truth is very, very hard. It's hard to get funding. And we were running out of funding right in the lead up to the Paris Paralympics. And the whole team said this. They said, we're going to spend the entire budget. We're going to film in Paris, spend the whole budget to do so, just banking on the fact that if I were to win, we could then get funding to finish it afterwards. So I'm sitting in the Paralympic Village in my bed night before the biggest competition of my life thinking, man, people put 5+ years of their life into this project, so many producers, editors, staff, team members, and it all relies on me winning the gold so we can get funding to finish it.
I have chills.
And it worked out.
What if you didn't win?
That wasn't a possibility.
It wasn't a possibility.
You know what? In every interview for 3+ years in the lead up to the games, I guaranteed that I was going to win the gold. I said it 24/7. I wrote it down every morning. I spoke it to myself. I would tell myself, I'm the Paralympic champion. Everything that I would do throughout the day, groceries, shopping, recovery, I would say, this is what the Paralympic champion does. I literally ingrained it into my head. And then when I got out to Paris, I literally had deja vu because I had lived that moment in my head every single day. I did a whole meditation every morning, visualize every detail.
Wait. Go back. Because I actually need to know this because there are a few things that I actually need to happen in my life. So I'm kind of like now needing you to tell me.
I got you.
What do you do? So you sit there and you visualize what? You're actually doing a meditation.
Okay,
how many minutes are you?
Every single morning before I would open up my phone, I would do probably a 10 to 15 minute meditation where I would visualize every single detail about the competition. Okay. I'm talking color of the track, where the stands are, where my parents will be, where the camera's going to be, what time of day, what the weather will likely be like, what my competitors will wear, what type of facial hair they'll have, everything, every single detail to prime the nervous system so that when I got there, nothing could faze me, nothing could throw me off. And I would visualize myself winning the gold, feel it in every cell of my body over and over and over. And then by the time I got there, I walk into the stadium, I had deja vu. That's moment
insane,
had
Ezra.
Been lived in my head 1,000 times before then.
That's insane.
But you can do that with anything.
But then, okay, let me be devil's advocate.
Sure.
What if one thing threw you off? Like, what if you were visualizing the wrong thing? You know what I mean? Like,
so it wasn't like I would visualize the same thing every time. I would visualize the general gist of things. And the reality is, in moments of high stress, and this applies to anyone, this doesn't just apply to athletes. In moments of high stress, you get thrown off by even the simplest of things. Oh my God, that car is really bright, or the light is, really hot on my face here, and this, and you get stressed out. If you prepare for that, if you visualize for that, even if it's a little bit different, even if the light was, a few feet to the right or to the left, or the camera was a little bit forward or back, or my parents weren't exactly where I thought they were, the general gist of everything allowed my nervous system to be relaxed and I could perform.
I need to take this with me in my life. I need to really
use it for everything.
Totally. My relationship. Visualizing getting married, visualizing getting a ring.
Getting married, getting a ring. Wait, let's talk about this 10-year relationship.
No, we don't have to.
Wait, I want to though, because 10 years in a relationship is an amazing accomplishment.
Thanks.
That's the goal. That's 100% a goal of mine, is to be in a long-term relationship like that.
You should visualize it.
You guys have been together since you were 18. You did long distance, you said?
Yeah.
How many years?
So wait, you're doing long distance.
I'm doing long distance.
How
right
long
now.
is the distance?
So I go to school at USC and she goes to Oklahoma State. She's on the equestrian team.
Oh,
so
2 athletes. This is so hot. I feel sick. Okay, wait. Okay, so how far is that? Time zone wise?
2 hour difference.
How long in a flight?
It's like 2.5 hours.
Me not knowing where Oklahoma is.
2.5 hours. 2.5 hours maybe. Not that
you
bad.
could walk.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Wait, how long was your long distance?
He was in New York and I was in LA.
Ooh, that's tough.
It was tough, but
that's tough.
It's fine.
Yeah.
How
many years did you do it for?
Like 3.5.
Oh my God. You're giving me so much hope right now.
But I actually liked it because it was at a this is very applicable to you. It was at a very pivotal time in my adolescence. Like I was really actually growing up. And I sometimes feel like, people are going to hate me for saying this, but I sometimes feel like when you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend who you want to put everything into as you're developing, they kind of become part of the developmental process. And then after them, you're like, wait, what's my life? Like, then you have to regrow up alone. Do you know what I mean? So I got to
you have to be careful to be too codependent on your partner.
And that doesn't happen with everyone. It happens with people who have codependency, which I obviously do because my mother sleeps in my bed when Jared's gone. Like, that's who I am as a person. So I was nervous that I was going to be wrapped up in someone else and not be able to find myself. Luckily, we did long distance, so I was able to grow up alone while still having the support and knowing that I loved someone.
I actually agree. I think long distance can be very healthy if you do it properly because it allows you to to grow individually while still being connected to each other, still being committed to each other. And yes, it's hard. Yes, it sucks. Yes, I wish I could see her all the time. I wish I could be with her 24/7. But the reality is, you can't let that connection go.
Totally.
If you find someone that's worth fighting for,
as your mom said,
it's worth fighting for.
Totally.
100%. So you guys did 3.5 years
you guys
of long
open?
distance? No. Were you guys?
No.
Yeah, definitely not.
I mean, I would look at a guy and like take pictures and be like, "You're so hot," and then like think about him at night. But that's like, you know what I mean? No. Like I wouldn't.
We're definitely not open. Definitely not open.
I think in straight relationships, it's more difficult to be open, which is not right. It's not right. That shouldn't be a heteronormative thought, but I think for a lot of people who are heterosexual, that is.
And also, everyone's so different. Some people don't care about that type of stuff. Some people really do. And but no, we're grinding away. It's tough. I mean, how often were you guys seeing each other?
Like every 2 months.
Okay, that's not bad.
How about you?
We see each other about once a month. I'm going to see her in a few days. The reality is you just have to sacrifice for it. That's it.
Totally.
That's it. People like to say you shouldn't sacrifice this or that. The reality is, if you love someone, you're in a committed long-term relationship, and you even see the potential that you guys could end up together, you're going to have to sacrifice things for that
100%.
relationship, and that's okay. I'm not saying you give up your whole life, but yes, you sacrifice a little bit of free time here to FaceTime them. You sacrifice a little bit of mental tranquility, and you get on a long flight to fly across the country to see the person you love. That's how it works. You don't get anything worthwhile without sacrificing a little bit.
You have to do a TED Talk. Have you done one?
I do give a lot of speeches. I'm a motivational speaker, so I'll go around and travel and speak. But I've never done a TED Talk.
It's motivating. I'm like, I have to start running. I'm like, I have to get on the track.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be the track. It could be
I
whatever.
did track
in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah! What events did you do?
The 100-yard dash.
Okay.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's a thing.
Oh.
That's what I won in Paris, the 100 meter. But
is 100 meter longer than yard?
Oof. It's meters are, slightly longer than a yard.
I dropped out of college. I'm not the smartest. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I almost said the smartest tool in the shed.
You keep doing this. You keep belittling yourself.
Okay, Ezra.
Let's have some confidence here.
Ezra.
You're on.
I have a question for you.
You're on the Young Power of Hollywood's list.
Hollywood. I'm on the young power bottoms of Hollywood. Okay. No. Okay, Ezra. These are my warm-up questions for you.
Let's do it.
I'm dead that you're a Paralympic gold medalist. And my question is, gay son or thought daughter?
Gay son or thought daughter? Oof. Gay son.
I mean, it would have been crazy for you to say something else in this bed with me.
I think it's pretty not that difficult of a question, though.
I would want a gay thought daughter. Okay. Here's the deal. Wait, I heard that the Paralympic Village is really crazy.
Okay, that is true.
I have a question that says it's very horny.
That is true.
So tell me about everything. You lived there?
Well, before you compete at the Olympics or the Paralympics, you stay in the village for...
How long?
Depends. Couple weeks, maybe.
Cool.
And basically what you have is...
That is crazy to be around everyone competing.
Yeah, exactly. But it's so big, you don't really run into your competitors that often. You run into them a little bit, but it's literally... Honestly, it's kind of like the Love Island villa. You know what I mean? Like, that's a good comparison.
You're obsessed.
I watched all of Love Island. So,
are you happy for them?
Yeah, I'm super happy for them. I'm super happy for them. And we can get into the nitty gritty of the details.
Keep going about the Paralympic Village.
At the Olympics or Paralympic Games, you have the village where all the athletes pretty much stay. And it's basically a collection of fittest and most successful athletes on the planet, all condensed into one area. And you have a lot of those people who aren't trying to actually win. They're just excited to be there and happy to compete. And so they can be a little bit more relaxed about what they do romantically during that time. I was locked in though. And so were my teammates. Like the people who I was around, we were locked in.
Wait, yeah, of course. Because you actually...
But there's a lot of people who do a lot of...
So people are like partying?
People partying.
Like doing drugs?
No drugs because everyone gets drug tested there.
Okay, yeah. I was like, wait,
what? But definitely a lot of sex. So
everyone's having sex.
A lot of people are, for sure.
I need to get there as soon as possible.
Okay, so let's grind. Let's work. Let's make an Olympic team just so we can be in the village.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, wait. Do they give out condoms?
Yeah, I think they were giving out condoms. I wasn't looking for them, but I did hear that people were getting free condoms from the village.
This just like the most talented, fittest, hottest people are just fucking each other. Like that seems not fair. Do you know what I mean? It seems not fair. It's like you have to give back ultimately.
It's a great point. And also
to people like me.
And also the thing about the fact that it's so normalized at the Village that literally the organizing committee was giving out condoms because they knew it was happening anyways.
Crazy.
Might as well practice safe sex. That's crazy. Isn't that
crazy.
insane?
It's crazy.
That's so
it's crazy.
insane.
So you're there for how many weeks?
I was there for 2.5 weeks, maybe.
And you're sleeping there.
You sleep there, have a
In
roommate,
bunks?
and roommate, not bunks, but I did share a room.
How is your roommate?
My roommate was cool. This my guy Raven. He was a friend of mine on the team. Basically, the way I can describe it is this: I was in a suite with 7 or 8 of my closest friends on the team. We were all about to compete at the biggest competition of our lives, and we just hung out, ate together, trained together, and had the best time. There's nothing more epic than that. And then a bunch of us won, so it was so cool. I just get to celebrate with some of my best friends.
Is there any jealousy amongst the team?
For sure. There's jealousy on every sports team in general. When you have high stakes like that, you have gold medals, you have a lot of money on the line, you have a lot of success and fame. That's gonna create jealousy. I mean, we've seen that we see that in every other field in the world.
Totally.
But
totally.
definitely at the
In
games.
acting and stuff, there's obviously. I got very lucky with my friend group, but a lot of other friend groups that I see and notice, I'm like, ooh, that looks dangerous to be involved in.
Absolutely. No, you have to be careful about who you spend time with. Because
Yeah.
I really believe in protecting your energy. And if you're around people that are bringing you down, people that are jealous, people that are secretly wanting you to fail, that can limit how successful you're going to be. So I agree with you 100%.
Speaking of energy, what was your diet to train? Like, were you eating crazy?
You're going to laugh.
Why? Don't say like you would eat anything and you.
No sugar at all. Not even, no processed sugar, no alcohol, nothing unhealthy.
Okay,
for
let's discuss
years.
no sugar because it's the only thing I like. I like Coffee Mate. I like cream. I like wake up and I have like a vat of French vanilla Coffee Mate. Like I'm a sugar king.
I love sugar too.
Would you
I'm
do
with you.
no sugar added? Like would you do like
Yes.
Splenda?
No. Yes.
Oh, you would?
I would. So basically, it's a no processed sugar, no added sugar. So I'll have fruits. I'll have honeys. That's really good for you. But I won't have junk food. I won't have an ice cream. I won't have a bag of Skittles or
For how
something
long?
like that. I did it for about a year leading into Paris, and then in January I did a 2-day fast, and I decided that I was going to do no sugar until after LA 2028, which is the next games in 3 years. So I'm going to do no sugar for 3.5 years.
So you're on no sugar right now?
I'm on no sugar right now. So when my girlfriend says, "Can we go get a sweet treat?" and I go, "Yeah, but you have to get it." And then she goes, "No, I don't want to now."
Well, yeah. By the way,
I'm the annoying boyfriend that doesn't eat the junk food.
I was in a web series a long time ago, and one of the episodes was called Solidarity Cones. And it was basically about if you're at an ice cream shop and someone gets an ice cream cone, you have to get one. You know what I mean? In solidarity.
You know what I get?
What?
I get fruit with honey.
You ask for it in a bowl?
I ask for it in a bowl, fruit with honey. And by the way, it's fire. You need to try that. Fruit, honey, a little bit of salt. It's really good. Try it and let me know, because everyone who's listening right now is probably thinking, "Ew, what the heck? That's so disgusting." But until you try it, you can't.
No, I mean, that sounds, no, I don't think anyone's like grossed out. I think that sounds great, but it doesn't sound like an ice cream.
Well, I can't have the ice cream. You want to know how much of a psycho I am? My little brother made cookies for me about 3 years ago, and I had one of his cookies. And for months, I couldn't sleep because I was thinking about the cookie that I had and worried that I was going to lose now. And I know that it actually doesn't make a difference physically.
So you have OCD.
I have it for specific things maybe, but I know that it wasn't going to make a difference. I know if I have a Skittle here or there, if I have a little bit of ice cream, it doesn't make a difference. But it's mentally, I need to show up against these guys that I'm competing against, knowing deep in my soul, they did not do more than I did. They did not sacrifice more than me.
Of course.
And that just gives me the confidence. That's what gives me the ability to manifest. That's what gives me the ability to speak about my goals publicly, because I know there's absolutely no way in hell anybody works harder than me. And so if you apply that same logic to anything, it's like, okay, how do I do absolutely everything in my power, leave no stone unturned? That's what gives you the confidence to say, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to have the most successful X, Y. You know what I mean? That's what gives people the confidence to do that stuff.
Everything you're saying is really inspiring. I don't think I've had a more inspiring person on the podcast.
Thank you.
I'm serious.
I appreciate that.
It's really amazing.
I appreciate
you really
that.
thought something and then did it. You know what I mean?
100%. 100%. But anyone can do it. Like, I'm not special. Anyone can do that.
Do you resent your brother for giving you the cookie?
No, I've forgiven him. We've moved past it. I've forgiven him. He and I are on good terms now. But no, I love my brothers. It's very, very special to have a bond like that. I'm so great. I mean, those guys are literally my biggest supporters. Number one supporters in the documentary. Actually, it follows my family as well, and you literally get the most real depiction of a successful individual, someone trying to pursue success in any way. The family and the support system around them, the friends, that's a journey for them too.
Totally.
And so to have them be the most loving people on the planet is very special.
For the people that I watched it on Ellen, with you as a 7-year-old ultimately talking about it, but for people that don't know, you were born with this. Tell.
I was born with one finger on my left hand, and I had a lower left leg that was basically curved up towards the waist. And then when I was 3 years old, I had a 15-hour procedure where the doctors amputated my left leg right at the knee. And then they took the big toe that was from my left foot and they put that right onto my left hand. Wow. So toe to hand transplant. And then I got a stump that could fit into a prosthetic much easier. So very, very important surgery. So pretty much my whole life I've had a prosthetic.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait. We have to go back really fast because something just came into my mind. This is who I am as a person. I'm very ADD. You grew up in LA. You went to Brentwood?
I went to Brentwood School, yes.
I went to Crossroads.
What?
Yeah. So we competed. Okay,
you
so
went to
our
Crossroads?
two schools competed in sports.
Yes.
Brentwood. They had the big extravaganza, it's called, where ultimately there was a huge basketball game and a huge football game, and it would always be at Crossroads. Sometimes it would be at Brentwood, actually. And you would go, and it was like Crossroads versus it was literally the Super Bowl of LA private schools.
We, as I've just found out, went to rival high schools. Yeah. Literally rival high schools. And there would be this big basketball and football, soccer tournament. They would do it this one day.
Soccer.
People would be making signs. Oh yeah, it wasn't football. It was basketball, soccer. And
me saying football.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be Taylor Swift while Travis Kelce was out there.
And people would make signs, chirping, trash talking.
Of course.
It was so much fun. But anyways, yeah, did we just become...
We're enemies.
Enemies?
No, I don't care at all.
No,
Crossroads also isn't... My school was like... People like rushed the stage when it was a National Coming Out Day, and like everyone in the school rushed the stage to be like, I'm gay. I'm like, this is not a sports school. We should never be competing in soccer.
You guys had great athletes though. You guys were good.
Did we?
Yeah.
Do you know a guy named Nate Merchant?
Nate Merchant.
He was such an amazing soccer player, and he was so hot, and I had such a crush on him. And my friend dated him for a long time. They were like high school sweethearts. And then they broke up, and I was like, I have a shot. And then he started dating another girl. He's straight, so that's not going to happen for me. But
well, shout out Nate Merchant.
He's very talented.
You got some fans over here, so.
Well, you're his fan now too?
Well, yeah. Given the story, you said he's really great at soccer.
He's really great at soccer. Yeah, he's really great at soccer, and he's hot.
Shout out Nate Merchant, man.
Are you a social media guy?
Yeah, definitely.
You are?
Definitely. I mean, I make borderline full-time content, post as much as I can, because also, I think it's super easy to get caught up in superficial stuff on social media, numbers, likes, all that stuff. But the reality is, if I can post a video and someone can see that video and then their perception of disability is just slightly more normalized, that's a win. So every like, every view, every comment, every follower, whatever it might be, has some pretty cool underlying weight to it, you know? But I love making content.
Meanwhile, I'm like, my likes are plummeting. I'm like, oh shit.
But social media is so fun. When in the history of the world have we been able to press a button and reach
connect with someone?
Hundreds of thousands of people?
I know.
That's so unique.
I know.
So
no, I think it's the most magical thing on the planet, and I also think it should be ultimately abolished. And
might be too late for that.
Of course. But I think the standards, because of social media, beauty standards especially, I'm talking about, are warped and fucked. And
I believe that.
I'm like, I've the other day I submitted an audition, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot to Facetune video that. I was like, I literally forgot to smooth my face and make my eyes.
You don't need a
Facetune.
Bigger.
Every post on my Instagram is Facetuned.
What? Every post?
Yes, my love. What do
you don't need that at all.
Oh my God, my love. We have to Facetune. Everyone Facetunes.
I've never Facetuned.
You're an athlete.
So I make content. You don't need a Facetune.
It's different.
It's not different.
I'm posting. It's different.
You don't need a Facetune.
I'm posting like me outside, like half shirtless, being like, oops, like got my license back finally.
You don't need a Facetune. You don't need a Facetune that.
Well, I did. I really snatched the waist. Bad. See, beauty standards.
Meaning you're
bad.
adding to it. Meaning you're adding to it.
I am adding to it. It's bad. It's bad. Let's be natural online, except for me.
So everyone else be natural except for Owen, okay?
No, because then can you imagine everyone stops face tuning and I just keep going? Then I'm like the most beautiful person on the planet. I've just faked it.
Okay, that's the strategy.
I faked it.
That's what we're trying to employ here. But seriously, you don't need a face tune. So
do you guys have a bunch of? Does track and field have groupies?
not groupies. I would say every semi-famous person is gonna run into fans that are super into them, probably, but not consistent groupies like that. But I've had my fair share of experiences like that.
You fucked a fan?
No, not like that. No. Meaning like I have. When I got back from Paris, that's when everything really changed. I came back to USC and all of a sudden I was taking photos with people.
Oh my God, you're a star. You became a star.
Well, yeah, right after Paris. And I couldn't go class to class without, taking a couple photos. And that was new to me. I was tripping out. I couldn't believe it. But then in that same vein, definitely struggled to maybe make friends with a woman because every girl that I thought I was becoming friends with
wanted to have sex with you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Let's just take a moment. Let's take a moment for the women out there that haven't had sex with Ezra that want to. Let's take a moment for them. There's tons. Ezra, I have a question.
Yeah.
What does a gold medal feel like? When you got on that stage to get the gold medal, one, what does it feel like?
Yep.
Two, what was the feeling?
Okay.
What was the feeling running through your mind?
So the high jump was the event that I was supposed to win. That was my main event. That was the one I held the world record in. And then the 100 meter.
Wait, you didn't win the high jump?
No, I did win the high jump.
Okay, I was like, wait,
but
what?
No,
it says on my notes you
No,
did.
no, I won the high jump. But that was the event I was projected.
I can't believe you
win.
won the high jump. You have to jump over stuff?
Yes.
I sound so dumb in this interview. Everyone's going to be like, oh, and you're talking to a Paralympic gold medalist.
No.
You can't ask them if you're jumping over stuff.
That is what I do, though.
Hurdles.
No.
Okay.
Hurdles are, okay. Quick track education, because maybe your followers and fans also
they don't know.
They don't know this stuff either.
Some people don't know.
High jump, I basically run kind of curve towards this bar there's a mat behind it, and I just jump up as high as I possibly can. I arch my body and I try to get over it and I land on the mat. Okay? That's high jump.
Oh, I know that. I see that.
There we go.
It's this. Boom.
Yes. I jump.
It's just one.
I just one jump. I jump as high as I can. Exactly. So I
thought it was hurdles.
Hurdles is when there's a race and there's lots of hurdles and you have to keep running and jumping over and then running and jumping over.
Yeah, that reminds me of the horse.
I don't do that. I don't do that. So
you're like, that's behind me.
Yeah.
That's below me.
That's below me. So the high jump is the event that I was supposed to win. But the 100 meter, that was the day before the high jump. And that was not my best event. I came in ranked 7th. And then out of nowhere, had the best race of my life and won. And it was a photo finish. We didn't know who won. It was such a close race. And we're all sitting there, stadium of 70,000 people. You could hear a pin drop. And we're just looking at the screen, waiting for the results to come up. Dead silence. I think maybe
what was your heart doing?
My heart was pounding through my fucking chest. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, maybe I won a medal. I have no idea. And the camera was on this guy from Denmark. And he's looking in the camera and he's going, yeah. And he's celebrating. So I go, okay, he must have won. I must have just gotten a medal. And then it goes ... And then boom, my name comes up first. The stadium goes crazy. And I just take off, running to my family, crying, screaming. I mean, that was the best moment of my life without a shadow of a doubt.
Actual chills. Wow. Whoa. Was your girlfriend there?
My girlfriend, I wish she could have been there. She was starting college and she's on the equestrian team. And so they didn't let her take off a few days and go watch me in Paris, sadly. So
okay, let's not talk about your girlfriend not being there because that just got depressing. And I want to keep up the high. I want to kind of keep up the high while we're on this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so then what? Now you're sobbing with your family, like, "Oh, I won a gold medal." Where do you keep your gold medals? In your dream set?
In a fanny pack.
No way.
I swear to God, fanny pack. Whoops,
no, you're lying.
No, I swear.
Wait, they got stolen, Ezra.
I keep them in a fanny pack. And here you go.
Oh my God, they're so heavy. Is this real gold?
I don't know if it's real gold. Maybe a percent of it is real gold.
Oh my God.
So this is a piece from the original Eiffel Tower right there that they first ever built. They infused it into the metals.
This is, first of all, so heavy.
Super heavy, right?
Second of all, I'm stealing this. Third of all, this has magic in it. I'm not kidding. I'm shaking, touching it. It feels. I could cry. You worked so hard for this.
I appreciate it.
And then you got it. That's so crazy.
It's so special. I mean, the medals are just, it's an ode to everyone who put any time and energy into my career. Think about it. Think about how many people, from trainers, coaches, sports psychologists, massage therapists, managers, agents, team, everyone on the documentary, all of my friends, everyone put so much into this. And then I get to come back and give them this and say, this is what we just did.
Well, you keep it in a fanny pack, so you don't give them anything. But
I do keep it in a fanny pack.
Why do you keep this in? Why don't you frame it?
I can't bring it here and show it to you if I have it in a frame at my house. Maybe in a handful of years, I'll have it in a frame. But as of right now, what's so amazing about the medals is getting the opportunity to share it with people.
It's really
and see your reaction. It makes me happy.
I kind of think, like, I'm not kidding. Like, I feel like everything in my life will happen now because I'm touching this.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's like
suddenly I'm Quinta Brunson. Suddenly I have a show called Abbott Elementary and I'm making it on ABC.
It's like the the magic pot or whatever.
It really
the lamp,
is.
The genie rubs.
Wait, so one question. How many gold medals do you want to win in your career? Like, what's your goal? Are you like 40? Like Michael Phelps was like 12. I don't know how many he was. I'm just saying.
My goal is to become the greatest Paralympian of all time.
So what does that mean?
And
like, break that down.
That means at the next games in LA in 2028, the plan is to win.
The games are in LA?
The games are in LA in 2028. Yes. Coming to our hometown. Coming to our hometown.
Where will they be? Downtown?
Or all over the city. It's different competitions all over the city. You got to be in the stands, so you can't leave town.
Okay.
Anyways, the plan is to win the high jump, the 100 meter, and then also win the long jump. So win all three. And that's something that I've sort of tentatively called the Triple Crown, which has never been done before in the history of the Olympics, Paralympics, track and field in general. Nobody's won those three. The plan is to win them in LA. And then the next games, win it again. So back to back. And then the very next games, win it again. And that would put me at 11 gold medals and arguably one of the most decorated track athletes of all time. And that, I think, solidifies the legacy. So that's what I would want to do. And we can
can do that since you're 20. He's 20. Do you know he was 20, Amelia? He's 20 years old. You have the next 40. You're good, love. Like, you can win as a...
We can check back in and see how close I get to that. And I'm pretty sure...
Oh my God, if I'm still doing the podcast in 10 years, I will...
Why? You don't have fun?
And everyone agrees. Everyone watching goes, no. Turn it off, love. At a certain point, turn it off. I know when to stop. But by the way, you don't have to stop. Speaking of somebody who should never stop,
maybe you'll have a different show. Maybe you're...
Maybe I'll be
what's the dream?
The new Ellen.
What's your dream?
My dream of all dreams, I'm on 2 fun little shows right now. I'm an actor. So
exciting.
To have those continue. My dream of all dreams is to make my own television show. But you never know what will happen. It might or it might not. And maybe I will have to continue the podcast for the next 10 years.
No, you got to believe it.
And in that case, I will be happy doing it.
I believe in you.
Well, that's very nice. Holding this, I believe in myself all of a sudden. No, I'm like, I won. Ezra, has there ever been somebody in your life like that you do this? Are you like, fuck you, I'm going to prove you wrong?
For sure.
Who?
It's not a
name names.
It's the guys that beat me at the Tokyo Paralympics. So there was at the Tokyo Paralympics, I was I was younger. I placed 5th in the high jump. I was 1 inch away from the bronze medal, and I was so pissed. I was so upset to come so close to the podium. I set the screensaver on my phone as a photo of the medalists with the words "never again." And so I vowed to myself that I was never going to walk away from a major championships without a medal until the day I retire. And it's still my screensaver. And then 3 months.
So do you hate him?
I don't hate those guys because, one of them I'm actually friendly with and he's sort of been a mentor of mine. But in general, it's I hate that I'm not in that photo, if that makes sense. I don't have animosity towards those guys.
Of course.
I have animosity towards the fact that they're taking
photographer.
Photographer. Yeah, I hunt him down. No, but so I kept that. And then 3 months before the Paris Paralympics, I was coming in as the world champion and I lost the world title. I added that photo to the lock screen of me getting the silver. And I was like, all right, I'm not getting another silver for the rest of my career. And so it's still my screensaver. You can see it.
What is on the back of your phone?
Oh, it's an EMF.
It's a chip?
It's an EMF blocker.
What is that?
Radiation blocker. You don't know what that is? Like our phones produce electromagnetic fields.
Does that work?
And I mean, I don't know how well it works, but if there's even a chance that it's working and I just have to have some little thing on the back of my phone, I'll take that risk. Also, look, that's a screensaver.
It literally says never again.
It says never again. Let me.
It literally
you
says
guys see
never
that?
again. They'll zoom in.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Sorry to skip, but I just need to know, is this true? Is this working? What is it? So it's a little thing that says body well, and it's a little chip on the back of the phone. I'm gonna buy it right now.
Your phone produces electromagnetic fields. So many things do. Bluetooth does the same. So I don't use wireless headphones. I just use the wired ones.
Yeah.
Because you ever taken a phone call and had it up against your head, and then after 5 or 10 minutes, you like have a headache right now just from having the phone up against there. That's because you're putting those electromagnetic fields right up to your brain. And so it's really not good for you. And so I used to have a phone case that would block it. When I would put it in my pocket or answer phones, it was like a blocker that would stop the radiation from coming through. But then it recently broke. So I just put the chip on the back. But
wait, what was the phone case? It's a certain kind of phone case?
Yeah, it's a certain kind of phone case. It's like it was everyone called it a grandma phone case. It was like the flip ones, and it would flip, and then the thing that was covering it actually blocked the radiation.
Wait, I'm obsessed with that. Opening it. My mom has one of those, and she opens it up, and it's like almost like a book.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It's like both sides, and she's like reading text and like texting, and then she like flips it back. You know what I mean? And it's like loud flap sound.
It was like this, and then it just had a flap that would come over and block it like that, and then you could open it back up. It was just a flip phone case, pretty much.
I want that. I'm gonna get that.
I was
That's
rocking
so
it,
cute.
and everyone was. Here's the thing. Here's what I learned rocking a flip phone case for a couple years, which is that literally anything is cool if you think it's cool. In the sense that everyone has opinions about everything, but if you just own your shit and you rock it with confidence, then people think it's cool. So first got that phone case and everyone's like, oh my God, that's so weird. And I was like, I like it. I think it's cool. And then once the energy shifted, people were like, oh yeah, it's cool, man. Like blah, blah, blah. People want to see how you respond to what you're doing and wearing and what you're producing. If you have confidence with it, then other people will accept that and be like, oh, that's cool.
You need to be on every TED Talk in the world. You need to actually be Ted of TED Talk. It's amazing.
Thank you.
You make me want to rock an uncool thing and make it cool.
Exactly.
I already do that actually. I'm the king of like not look at this set. This is not cool.
I think this is cool.
But it's what I grew up with. And it's like it's the love, like Raven Simone. Like these are the people I love.
Exactly. And you make it cool because you do it with confidence. And if you think it's cool and you're confident about it, other people then think it's cool. That's cool is just a figment of our imagination in a way.
Totally. Cool is a made up word.
Cool is a made up word. It's not even real. It's just what we think.
I have a game for you, okay?
Let's do it.
Some hot takes.
Okay, perfect.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm gonna give you a list of trending topics, and then you're gonna name give me the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay, the first thing, like the first word that comes to mind? Okay.
Not like in or out, but like if I say like water, you'll say like Fiji.
Sure.
And then I'll be like, what? And then you'll be like the bottle. Like the
okay,
you know what I mean?
I got you.
Okay. Jorts.
Brother. My little brother wears jorts all the time right now.
I'm obsessed with a jort. Do you not?
I don't know. I don't dislike him. I don't know if I can pull them off, but this dude pulls them off.
You can definitely pull them off.
This dude pulls them off.
What is he wearing them with? Like a tank top?
My little brother wears jorts, tank top, chains. He's
how old is he?
He's in eighth grade. He's in eighth grade and he dresses like a full-fledged
gangster
fashion guy. He comes into my room and he's like, "What are you wearing, dude? You got to wear this and that." And
he's on TikTok. He's doing Get Ready Was With Me.
He hasn't been posting on TikTok yet, but honestly, maybe this podcast will inspire him to do so because he should be. He literally.
Does your brother want to come on the pod?
I'm sure he'd be down. He literally was this kid with a squeaky little voice saying, "Hey," and then I go to college, come back 1 month later, and he's like, "What up, bro? How are you?" And I'm like, "Elijah." I'm like, "What are you?" He's like, "Yeah, what up, dude? How you been, man?" I'm like,
"How you been, man?" is hilarious for a brother to say to another brother for some reason.
He says like every time I see him, he's like, "What's up, bro? What's up, dude? What's up, dog?"
Also, it's so cute. This is why I want a brother who's straight. What's up, bro? And it's bro. I'm like, wait, you're my bro. I'm like, that's so crazy.
It is, bro.
Okay, edibles.
Gross.
Yeah, I can tell. I don't like them either. They're not for me.
I've never even tried them.
Oh, I have. I ended up at the medical tent at Coachella. Okay, another story for a different time. Told it 500 times on this pod, actually, so everyone who's listening is known as it. Veneers.
Icky.
Really? I'm gonna get soon. Okay, family vlog channels.
Love. I love
Cimorelli.
I love family vlog channels. Borderline, the documentary adaptive is kind of like a family vlog channel in a way. The way
You're saying it's like everything. You're like, it's Love Island. It's a family. It's Cimorelli.
Well, it is because you see you see everything about my family.
No, 100%.
You see the full behind the scenes. I love family vlog channels.
So do I.
When I have a baby and he calls you Uncle Owen, we'll make some killer vlogs together.
You and me, or you and your baby?
All of us.
I'm so excited. I'm fucking there.
All of us.
Put a camera to my face. Guess what? I turn on. I go, whoa, I'm here. Okay. Crumble cookies.
Love.
Obsessed.
Love crumble cookies. I wish I could have it more often. Actually, probably one of my favorite sweets in the world, and kind of breaks my heart that I can't have it more.
Oh yeah, you don't eat sweets. I'm so sorry. Okay. Lip liner.
Hot? Like my girlfriend has done lip liner before. I think it's
has done.
Like, I don't know.
My girlfriend has done. It's like you.
How do I say that? I think
it's like you're talking about Molly, like the drug. Like my girlfriend's done lip liner.
My girlfriend's put on lip liner before. Yeah, and I think she looks hot when she does it once. So
she did it at Lollapalooza. Actually, it ended badly. Like, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Okay, like a personal water bottle, like a Stanley or an Awala or.
Forgetful. I always lose my water bottles.
100%.
I actually won't spend money on a water bottle because I know that I'm going to lose it, and then it's waste of money. So I'd rather just fill up a plastic water bottle.
Love feeling powerful. I feel so powerful with the Stanley Cup or an Awala Cup. Like I feel like the world is mine, and I finally am feeding myself some healthy substance.
Do you feel full like fitness vibe?
I
health
feel
influencer
100%
for sure.
I feel like a mix between Stassi Baby at the gym at Aloe Gym and also ultimately an Olympian.
And a mix of Jake Shane doing Pilates and, shaking a lot, of course.
Got the Jake Shakes. I went to Aloe Gym the other day.
I love Jake Shane. I've never met him, but he seems so awesome.
He's the best in the world.
He's
Question
hilarious.
for you.
Yeah.
Want to go to Aloe Gym with me? I can't get in,
For
but
sure.
maybe you could.
I'd be down to go to Aloe Gym. 100%.
Okay, just hit them up.
Yeah.
On my behalf. Bag charms. Do you know what that is?
It's like a little sort of thing you put on your bag.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I think those are cool.
Labubu's.
My word is going to be failure, and that's only because I failed to get a Labubu for my girlfriend at the party last night. There was this game where you could claw game where you would go and try to pick up this box, and some of them had Labubus in it. I was sadly unsuccessful in my attempt, and I was really upset about it because I wanted to get one for her so badly.
Who took a lot of them last night? Who took some Labubus?
Not to point fingers here, because she deserves them. She's super successful.
And talented.
And amazing. Tyla got 3. And so when I went back over there, I said,
But Tyla got 3 unfairly because Tyla did not use the claw machine.
She got it.
She was gifted them. They
behind the scenes
opened the claw
Labubus.
machine and they handed the Labubus
behind the scenes Labubu deal. That's what went down.
It was a drug deal. It was
Pretty
a Labubu
much.
drug deal.
Labubu drug deal. And then I was like, hey, I'm just a little disabled boy. Please, may I get Labubu? And he was like, I'm sorry. Tyla took the last ones.
The last ones. 3.
Heart crushed.
So I think what the deal is that I think actually Tyla needs to come on the podcast.
Yep.
And you need to be waiting in this closet.
Confront her.
And you're going to confront her.
What a fantastic idea. I'm down. 100%.
Great.
I'm down.
Can't wait.
You let me know when, time and place. I'm there. Tyla, you took the last Labubus at the variety event? Please? Can I?
At the Power of Young Hollywood. She goes,
Which
I wasn't
Owen
there.
was on the list, by the way.
By the way, she was a cover. So
yeah.
She's like, I deserve that.
When you're the cover of...
You deserve 3 Labubus. You
deserve the 3 Labubus.
Course,
shout out Tyla.
Shout out. She's the hottest person alive. Sequels.
Love.
Are you going to see Freakier Friday?
What is that?
Remakes.
I love remakes. I enjoy remakes. 100%.
Subscriptions.
Cool. I'm cool with subscriptions if it's worth it, Like subscriptions to streaming services, I'm down for.
Well, of course, Hulu. Get it. Watch adults.
I'm cool with subscriptions. I feel like it's actually a cool model. Like the subscription model is super cool. I hope to like one day have people have like those fan Patreon services where they have like cool behind the scenes access to your life. Like Logan Paul did that with the Maverick Club for a little bit. I thought that was awesome.
You want to do that?
Yeah, that'd be super
So that's
cool.
like an OnlyFans page.
No, it's not. It's like a...
Would you ever do OnlyFans?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
You've heard it here first. That's an In Your Dreams exclusive.
And I get a lot of really weird DMs.
Like what?
People asking for photos of my stump or explicit photos quite regularly. So to all of those people in my DMs, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be making an OnlyFans. And
would you ever send a picture to them?
No, but no, there's no but there actually. I would not send a photo of my stump to random people online. But if they dug hard enough, I'm sure they could find some photo of my stump in my documentary, like just like a passing by clip or whatever. But
wait, is this a sexual request?
Yes, there's people who have weird kinks about amputees and their stumps, and so I get messages all the time of people asking for photos of my stump, and I feel too uncomfortable to send anything. And also,
I mean, of course,
it's unbelievable. That's unbelievable that I get messages like that. Isn't that crazy? I was young too. Since I was young, like before I was 18, I was getting messages like that.
Oh God, I'm so sorry, Ezra.
It's okay. There's weird people everywhere. And if you're in the mainstream media, you kind of just got to accept it and know that there's going to be some weird fans every now and then. That's okay.
I go, can I see your stump? Okay. Are you a member of a gym? That's just a random question. Are you
I'm not.
Where do you train? Like, where does one train?
I train out of my high school and out of USC.
You still go to Brentwood?
I still go to Brentwood sometimes to train. Yep. They have been amazing. They let me use the facility. And it's close to my house, so it's super easy. But I also train at USC, so back and forth.
Are there people taking pictures of you training?
Sometimes. But hopefully not. Hopefully I can train in peace,
Gut health.
Important.
Oh, yeah.
Important. Take care of your gut health, ladies and gentlemen. Do you not? Is that why
my reaction would be, what the fuck is that?
I don't
take care of my gut. I should. I'm going to because of you.
Okay, perfect.
I really am.
Thank you.
I'm going to start taking seed. Okay, Aura ring.
Conflicted. Okay, I had an Aura ring for a while, and I was using it to track my sleep and everything. But then what would happen was I would wake up in the morning. I would feel like I got good sleep. I would check the Aura ring. It would say I got bad sleep, and then I would feel tired. So my day and how the energy level that I had was more dependent on what the Aura ring told me than my own feelings. So I just decided I'm going to just optimize for sleep as much as I can, but I'm not going to use the Aura ring.
I love that.
And I heard you're not a good sleeper, right?
I don't sleep. Yeah.
Okay.
I sleep 2 hours.
You want to hear something crazy? I sleep 10 to 12 every night. 10 to 12 hours of sleep every single night.
So what time did you go to bed last night? Because you got home late.
I went to bed at 11:30 and I got up at 9:30.
So that's 10 hours?
Yes, that's 10 hours, Owen.
Wait, how many hours is that?
That's 10 hours.
Oh, so that's 10 hours?
I get, leading into Paris, I got borderline 12 every single night for maybe a year, 10 months to a year straight. That's how you really optimize, ladies and gentlemen.
Really?
Get good sleep. Listen, some people can function on really low sleep, but in order to perform to the outer limits of my potential physically, mentally, even as an entertainer, getting that type of sleep is really important. So you should try.
I think I have a degenerative brain disease and my brain is like malfunctioning at a rapid pace. And I think it's probably because of the sleep.
I would believe that. And,
I can't remember anyone's name.
And do you not get good sleep because you just don't want to, or you actually struggle to sleep?
I just am up. I have to be up.
Yeah, but think about how much more productive you would be when you're up if you just added a little bit of sleep onto that.
But think of how many hours I have in the day because I'm up.
Yeah, but if all of those hours are 30% less productive, then is it really worth it?
But think about me as a person now and think about how energetic and insane I am. Am I ever giving 30% less?
Well, you don't know unless you get more sleep and figure it out. And here's my thing.
We're fighting on In Your Dreams.
I'm not saying you need to get 10 to 12. I'm saying you should get
8.
Get as much as you can. Okay, you normally sleep 2?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you're asleep for 2 hours?
Like 2.5, 3 max.
Oh my God, that's actually the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't know how you're functioning. Okay,
I think I'm functioning.
Try getting 6. Try getting 6 and see how you feel.
I'll be a pig the next day. I'll wake up like this, have my eyes shut.
Well, that's just because sleep works in 48-hour cycles. So if I get 12 hours if I want to get a good night of sleep, I do it 2 days before my competition. That's sleep works in 48-hour cycles. Like if you get 12 hours of sleep and then wake up, people are like, how am I still tired?
So does beauty. So does beauty. I'm not kidding.
Is that actually how it works?
Facial, like you should get 2 days before you have to go to an event.
Exactly. Yeah. Same thing. Because if you get really good sleep, if you have an event that you need to be really rested for, and you say, okay, I'll get my 6 hours of sleep, get it 2 days before, because people get really good sleep and they wake up, they're like, how am I still tired? It's because the day before you got bad sleep. Does that make sense?
Totally.
So try it. Let me know what you think. You have all these ways to optimize your life now.
This
and
is
you have
amazing.
Gold medals on your knee and we're just in your hands that were motivating the hell out of you. And so I'm excited to see you go do these things. I can't wait for in 5 months, you call me and you're like, I'm getting 6 hours of sleep. I just did this and this and this. I'm so much happier, more productive, more successful. And I go,
I joined the Lakers.
Yes.
Well, I'm now on the Lakers.
Make it to the Olympic Village. And then.
Of course. Okay. One last question for you, because you've been here for so long and I'm so sorry.
No, I've had a great time.
What's your big dream?
My big dream is that all 1 billion people with a physical disability, which is 15% of the world population, feel properly included in society. They walk around in public. They're not outcasts. They're not ostracized. You turn on the TV, you see representation, people with disabilities.
Finally, we got someone smart on the fucking podcast. Jesus Christ. All of you, the rest of you, my dearest friends, you guys are idiots. We got someone smart, talented, cool, and actually has a good big dream. No, that's beautiful. And I think, by the way, you are making that happen. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, now we have to put on these things that I don't know where they are, ultimately. And now we look into this main camera.
Yep.
Ezra, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Are you excited?
So much fun. This was
do you hate
amazing.
me or do you love me?
I love you. What are you talking about? Come on.
Ezra, you're being crazy.
This is a great podcast.
Ezra. Okay, we look into this camera and we say, good night, I love you on 3. Okay. Ready?
Yep.
You're saying this to your daughter who's my niece.
I got you 100%.
Okay?
Yes.
Saying it to your daughter. 3, 2, 1. Good night. I love you.
You're gonna figure it out in your dreams. Good night, Owen and Theo.